Like I said, I'm calling it finished. From here, it's a matter of I just need the upper radiator hose, and when we finish, I'm going to go look and see. I mean, I have the hose. Welcome back to the workbench where we try to make things. What we're trying to make today is Revell's 1971 Mach 1 Mustang, and this is for the Blue Ox Model Shop's Street Machine group build. And we've pretty well got the engine bay complete, so I thought we would take a look at it. I still have to glue the filter on, as you can see, it's still moving around, but we can get a good look at what this is going to look like in the body. In fact, let me bring it on down below. I don't know, where do we get the better view at? So I finished up with the wiring harnesses, one down each side. Let me get my little pointing stick here. So we got this harness, which this is the one, and you can see, or maybe you can't see, I don't know. I can see, I ran down, so it comes up or down or back the fender well, and then across the firewall, and like it goes in this kind of the firewall about right here. If you can see, I'm basically underneath the shock tower braces. But the whole thing was, and it kind of works, it runs right across that gap we had right here in a heater hose. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. It'll never be seen, but it makes me feel better. I sleep better at night knowing that that gap is hidden, and I've hidden a few of my sins there. But I did also run a wiring harness from here back down this way also, and then it goes down under the brake booster and then kind of back in behind this shock tower brace, and then I ran a wire out right here. They're hard to see because they're black, but there's a wire running out to that horn, and then I just ran like a alternator wire this way. I mean, most likely the alternator wire would just run. I don't think it would run through a harness, but it doesn't matter. It just gives some detail coming out of the harness, some wires running out of there. I did finally add in the brake lines from the booster, the master cylinder, I should say, down to the proportioning valve down there. So that's done. We've got everything that's running into the carburetor, and you kind of see how that looks with the air filter on. So that has the underhood finished, I think. I mean, I'll probably go in and maybe touch up some paint. I want to touch up some paint on this coil. That looks pretty awful, so that needs to be touched up. There's a spot right there on the battery that needs touched, but other than that, we're calling this thing, as far as the engine bay goes, done. I'm calling it done. Let's go back to the top. We can look from the top side again, kind of see how that looks. Oh, and let me show you the most important part. No interference. The hood fits perfectly fine. And then it's going to actually be hinged. If we look again from the front, this is more probably how you would be seeing the engine anyways. It's going to be hinged like so. Let me just tilt it forward. And you can see how, I guess you can kind of see how a lot of the stuff that we're trying to hide and whatnot won't be seen anyways, because the hood will be hinged here. You can't get back there and look anyways. So I think we're okay. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think down in the description, how you think the engine bay turned out. Like I said, I'm calling it finished. From here, it's a matter of I just need the upper radiator hose, and when we finish, I'm going to go look and see. I mean, I have the hose. I've mentioned this before. I have the hose. I don't have the fittings because they've been out of stock. The little kind of AN style fittings. They're just little chrome fittings, and I want to use them just to kind of clean up where it connects. So I have not glued in the radiator for that reason. The radiator and support and all that, the core support can come out, so I can get that hose in. So that's actually, I guess, we can't completely call it finished because we still have a radiator hose to go in. But like I said, that can go in at any point. So I'm going to call it finished. But let me know what you think. I think it's turned out pretty well. And from here, I still need to put, I'm hesitant to turn it upside down because I'm afraid the air filter is going to fall off. I have it loosely glued on. I still need to put the shocks in. I have still forgot to do that. So I'm going to do that tonight. And then I think what I'm going to start doing is painting the inside of the body. So we'll start, I'm going to go ahead and paint the inside of the body black. And then just obviously being careful because this is body color is already on the body. But I want to get that painted in black. Then I think I'll shoot the clear. Yeah, then we'll shoot clear. I mean, I'm going to do a little bit of wet sanding here and there on the body. It needs it. We'll shoot the clear. Then we'll shoot clear, wet sand, all that kind of stuff. Then do our actual final clear coats, polish, and then I'll do the headliner on the inside. I think that would be I think that's going to be the best way to do this. I don't want to do the headliner stuff because that's going to be flocking and all that, and I really don't want, if a piece of overspray of clear, it's just going to be clear, but that would still goof up that flocking. If a little bit of clear overspray hits the black on the inside, well, we just repaint the black. That's easy enough. That's not hard to fix. But I don't, and obviously I'll be taping it off when I shoot the clear, but I just don't want to take the risk. So I think I'll do the very last thing we're going to do on the body is the flocking of the headliner to make it look like I want it to look like a suede headliner. Because here's our interior, by the way, just as a reminder. It's been a while since we've really taken a close look at it. We've got our stereo system in it and all that. This guy's kind of into that thing. I think he'd probably have a suede headliner in it. I might even do the A-pillars in like a suede. I don't know. We'll see. They'll probably just end up black. I'll just paint them black. But that'll have, once the body's done, once the body's painted, we can get this thing glued together. Then it's just a matter of setting in the brakes and wheels to set our stance, how we want this thing to ride. And then it's just, I think, a little bit of touch up on the undercarriage and that kind of thing, and we'll be done. So I think we're getting close. I think we're getting real close. Let me know what you think down in the description, what you think so far. If you have, am I missing anything? Let me know down below. I hope not. I think I've got a decent game plan going here. I think I need to reglue the passenger seat in, but other than that, I think the interior's done. I don't think I'm missing anything there. We got all our wiring done in there. The glass will have to go in. I gotta remember that. We gotta put the glass in, do the trims and all that kind of stuff, which is, to me, always that is the scariest part of a model build to me, is glass and trim. Messing around finished paint is my least favorite thing in the world to do. This core support here is going to be black. I need to look and see. I think this would be black also. The cowl here up front, I'm pretty sure that would all be black. I need to look and see how they are on a Mach 1. I don't think they're body color. So that probably needs to be made black, and then I'll do some kind of, because there's like I don't know if that's a wiper motor or something right there, so we'll probably do that a little different sheen of a black, just anyways, do details like that. But otherwise, I think we're close. Let me know what you think about the engine bay. I think it looks pretty good, but let me know what you think. I'm calling it done. I think I'm just going to let it sit here. I'm going to let this, hopefully that air filter cure up and glue into place. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to take this stuff and I'm going to set it to the side and just let it sit so nothing touches it and nothing, because man, I do not want something to happen and then you're back underneath the hood working again. So I'm going to let that sit over there and cure. Let me know what you think. Hit that like button if you would, if you've enjoyed this, if you're enjoying the build. If you're really enjoying the build, hit the subscribe button. It's free. It's free to subscribe. You can always unsubscribe. If you would, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, hit a notification. I don't know how you get notifications anymore. If you know how to get notifications, let me know down in the comment section, because I really don't know how is it still a bell? I don't know. Do all those things that everybody tells you to do on YouTube, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.